Okay, first grade, it is time to finish Magic Tree House. I think in the other video I said there were 3 chapters left, but we actually had 4. So we read 2 last time, and now we have 2 more, and that makes 4 altogether. So this is chapter 9, and it's called Oh No, One More. By the time the dog sled arrived at the treehouse, the snowstorm had become a blizzard. "Can you wait just a minute?" Jack asked the seal hunter, "so we can check something?" The hunter nodded. His dogs whined as Jack and Annie climbed through the treehouse window. Jack grabbed the scroll that held the riddle. He unrolled it. The riddle was gone. In its place was one shimmering word: mask. That's what happens when they solve the riddle. "We did it," said Annie. "The treehouse will take us home now." "Great," said Jack. "Let's say goodbye to the seal hunter and give him back his clothes." They quickly pulled off their sealskin coats and boots. "Thanks for letting us borrow these," Jack called through the window. The seal hunter walked to the treehouse and took the clothes from Jack and Annie. They stood shivering in their pajamas and bare feet. Remember when they left their home in Frog Creek? It was the middle of the night, so they were in their pajamas. Thanks for everything," said Annie, her teeth chattering. The seal hunter gave them a wave. So they're giving them back to Jack, to the seal hunter. Then he walked through the swirling snow to his sled. "Mush!" he shouted. The dogs took off through the stormy night. "Let's get out of here," said Jack. He hugged himself. "Before we freeze to death." Annie grabbed the Pennsylvania book that always took them home. She pointed to the Frog Creek woods. "I wish we could go there," she said. They waited for the treehouse to start spinning. But nothing happened. Jack shivered. "I wish we could go there," Annie tried again. And again, nothing happened. "What's going on?" shivered Jack. He looked around the treehouse. The 4 scrolls with solved riddles were in the corner. Then he saw a 5th scroll. "Where did that come from?" Jack grabbed it and unrolled it. On it were the words: "Look at the letters. The first, not the rest. Discover the place that you love the best." "Oh no," said Annie. "Another riddle." Okay, let's stay calm," said Jack, shivering. "Look at the letters. The first, not the rest." Okay, the first letters in the riddle are L, A, T. He's looking at, so the riddle says, look at the letters. So he's looking at the first, L, A, T, L, the first letter for each word. "That doesn't make any sense," said Annie. Icy winds battered the treehouse. Snow blew inside. "We have to hurry," said Annie. Jack was freezing. He looked around wildly. "Letters, letters, what letters?" he said. His gaze rested on the scrolls. "Maybe we should look at the letters of the answers," he said. "Right," said Annie. They began unrolling the scrolls. So now they're going to look back on all the scrolls of all the riddles they've solved and the letters of each of the answers. The scroll from their adventure under the ocean said, "Oyster." The scroll from their trip on the Wild West said, "Echo." The scroll from their journey to Africa said, "Honey." The scroll from the Arctic said, "Mask." There's the words: oyster, echo, honey, mask. Oyster Echo Honey Mask, said Jack. The first letters are O-E-H-M. That doesn't make any sense either. Yeah, maybe we have to unscramble them. O-E-H-M. Do you have a guess if we unscramble? Let's try to look at just those letters. If we unscrambled them, what word could we make? They spell hemo, miho. Home, said Jack. Home, cried Annie. That's the place we love best. Jack unrolled the fifth scroll again. The riddle was gone. In its place was one shimmering word. Home. Yay, cried Annie. She grabbed the Pennsylvania book. I wish we could go home, 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 she said, freezing. And then the treehouse started to spin. The wind started to blow. It spun faster and faster and faster and faster, and then you know what happens. Everything was still. Absolutely still. Chapter 10 is called Master Librarians. Warm air rushed over Jack. It felt wonderful. You have succeeded in your quest, said a soft and soothing voice. Are you glad to be home? Jack opened his eyes. Morgan Le Fay stood in the moonlight. Yes, he said. We solved all our riddles, said Annie. Indeed, said Morgan. You have proved that you can find answers to very hard questions. She reached into her robe and pulled out 2 thin pieces of wood. A magic library card for each of you, she said. Wow, a magic library card. She gave one to Annie and one to Jack. Oh, man, said Jack, feeling the card. The wooden card was as thin and smooth as a normal library card. On its surface shimmered the letters M and L for Master Librarian. These are your Master Librarian cards. You are the newest members of the Ancient Society of Master Librarians. What do we do with them? Asked Jack. Take them on your future journeys. Only a very wise person or another Master Librarian will be able to see the letters on the card. These will be the people who can help you. So they're getting their Master Librarian cards. Wow, said Annie. Can we go on a mission right now? Now you must go home and rest, said Morgan. I will come back for you soon. Jack and Annie put their secret cards in their pockets. Jack took out the Arctic book and put it with the other books. Goodbye, he said. See you soon, said Annie. Morgan gave them a wave. Jack and Annie climbed down the rope ladder. As soon as they stepped onto the dark ground, they heard a roar. They looked up and saw a blur of light and wind swirling in the oak tree. And then everything was still. Morgan and her magic treehouse were gone. Jack reached for his magic library card. When he felt its tingly warmth, he knew that amazing adventures lay ahead. Let's go, he said. He turned on his flashlight. The woods don't feel scary like they did before, said Annie as they walked through the trees. I'm not afraid. Me neither, said Jack. Hey, the darkness is kind of like a mask, said Annie. Yeah, said Jack. It hides the day, but it brings out your courage. They came out of the woods. Jack saw their house in the distance, like far away. It looked warm and cozy. The porch light glowed. The moon shone overhead. Home, he said. Home, said Annie. She started running, and Jack took off after her. running to the place that they both loved best. The end. That was Magic Tree House number 12. Can you believe that Jack and Annie are master librarians now? I can't believe we finished the whole book. Great job, first grade.